Bulldogs and the Cougars wrapping up here at halftime. 19-17 is our score. As we get ready now, the Bulldogs will be going from our right to left on the second half. Got things set up and ready to go. Louis working on the baseline, kicks it over to Wagner, and Wagner starts off with his first points of the second half. Total 6 points tonight. 21-17 is the score. Bulldogs on top. Basket is going to be good by Dokes. Dokes gets his fourth point of the night, 21-19. Bulldogs ready to go. Had to do a little technical challenge, but we got that all squared away right now. We're ready to resume play right now as the Bulldogs working. Louis gets it over to Wagner. I'm sorry, to Vine. Vine gets it to Blair. Blair cuts off and gets it off the glass for the basket. Blair with 8 points on the night, 23-19. Coming across the timeline now is Nick. Nick's over in the far corner. It's going to be short. That three-pointer no good by Taylor. And here come the Bulldogs. Simon's going to be fouled as he goes up for the shot. He'll go to the line to shoot two, as they're going to call that one against Luke Hicks, and that is number 3 on Hicks. As getting ready to check in will be number 3, Zach Hawkins. Simon, first free throw on the way is no good, too strong. So coming in will be Hawkins. He'll replace Luke Nix. Simon ready to shoot his second free throw here. Second shot up on the way. And it is good. So Simon 1 of 2 from the charity stripe. 24-19 now, Bulldogs on top. Coming across, getting it back and forth. Gray in the backcourt, working along with Taylor. Bulldogs in a 3-2 zone look right now. Wagner, Simon, Blair. You have Vine and Louis on the floor for the Bulldogs. The three-pointer is no good by Hawkins. Rebound picked up by Wagner. Wagner bringing it back across, pulls back out, now kicks it over to Blair. Blair looking, goes to his left, hops back out to Louis. Louis thought about shooting it, then drives through. The off-balance shot, no good, picked up by Dokes for the Cougars. 24-19, 5:55 remaining. Good pass by Hawkins to find Taylor for the basket. 24-21 now is the score. Bulldogs working. Working on the side. Pulling it back out now is Blair. 5:25 remaining. Gives it back to Wagner. Wagner kicks it back out to Vine. Vine goes on the right wing. Throws an ill-advised pass. Is intercepted by Hawkins. Hawkins going coast to coast. Dishes it off. I'm sorry, that was Hawkins on the follow-up that missed. That was actually Johnson with the steal. Coming across now is Vines. Vines breaks through but couldn't get the shot to fall through. And there's going to be a foul called against the Bulldogs. They call White 3 on, wow, I thought they would call it on, well, I'm just here. They call that one on Corbin Vine. That's number 3 on Vine. Wow. So now the Bulldogs on the defensive side, up by 3, 4:44 remaining. Penetrating through, and it's going to be Gray. They call a foul against Gray. Jamal Gray for the charge. 0 is the number of Gray. That's the first foul on Gray. As we are now moving into the final 4 minutes of the third period. Bulldogs up 24-21. Blair gets to the cross. Coming up, looking, swinging over to Vine. Vine goes off the glass, no good. The long rebound is saved by Louis. Louis pulls it back out. Now swings it over to Blair. Blair thought about shooting the three on the left wing, pulls it back up top to Louis. Back over to Blair. 4 minutes and 10 seconds now remaining in the third period. Bulldogs up 24-21. Does not look like this will be a high-scoring event, but to no avail, the Bulldogs trying to work things to their advantage. Play the long pass across to Louis. Louis back down to Blair. Blair bouncing it over to Hill, and it's going to be a kickball against the Cougars, so possession will be in good for the Bulldogs. Vine will get ready to inbound. That ball is tipped away by Johnson, and there's a turnover, number 9, for the Bulldogs. 24-21. Getting it across now. The long three is no good by Hawkins, and the ball is out of bounds as Phillip Prince will now enter in. He'll come in for Corbin Vine. Vine will come and get a breather. Vine has a total of 2 points on the night. 24-21 is our score here in the third period. Bulldogs holding on to a 3-point lead. Getting it across now to Hill. Hill works it down over to Louis. Or Wagner, I should say. Wagner kicks it over to Prince. Prince back over to Louis. Louis looking, swings it over to Blair. Blair for three. It's no good. Rebound picked up by Tomball's Jamal Gray. 3:05 now remaining in this third period. 3-point lead for the Bulldogs, 24-21. The three by Dokes is no good at the top of the key. Louis will go up. There's a foul called on Johnson. Johnson picking up foul number 3, coming over the back of Prince. So that would be 3 on Johnson with 2:57 remaining. Bulldogs coming back in now. Louis in the backcourt. Prince exchanges places with Blair. Prince on the far corner. Blair in the near corner. Gets it over to Blair. And there's a foul down in the paint. The big guy is getting into it. And they're going to call that one against Moorhofer. Moorhofer working against Charlie Hill. That's only the first foul on Moorhofer. Non-shooting foul, 2:45 remaining. Inbound, Prince looking. Gets it up top to Louis. Louis gets it over to Wagner. Wagner back to Louis. Swings it over to Blair. Working. Long pass over to Prince. Prince down into the corner to Louis. Louis pulls it back up to the left right wing. Swings it over in the corner. Blair penetrates. Baseline. Trick shot. No good. The tip. No good by Louis. The rebound picked up by the Cougars. 2:22 remaining. Bulldogs still holding on to a 24-21 lead. Hawkins for three. No good. Prince with the rebound. Prince pushing it. Looking up for. Gets it over to Blair. Blair takes it. Penetrates through the heel. Heel shot from in the paint. It's good. Charlie Hill with his first bucket of the night. 26-21. Bulldogs on top. Now working out the Bulldogs 7. Prince trying to trap in. Prince with the smothering defense. Gets it back across. Now got Prince running in. Get the pass. Oh, it's a turnover. A good steal by Wagner. Wagner going coast to coast. That one was pent by Dokes. Rebound by Louis. Pulls it back out the heel. And now, in their coaching's box, Coach Claiborne is viewing, blocking everybody's structure. But there's a long pass, a good save over in the corner by Wagner. Gets it back out to, to Blair. Blair pulling it in. Bounce it over to Louis. Louis goes, penetrates, goes off the glass. No good. Rebound picked up by the Cougars. 26-21 with 1:05 remaining in the third period. Bulldogs trying to get the penetration. Now coming through is Taylor. The underneath basket and a good ball movement to Moorhofer. Moorhofer getting his third point of the night, 26-23. Bulldogs on top, 42 seconds remaining in the third period. Slowing it down now is Blair. Swings it over to Louis. Back over to Blair. Blair swings it back over to Louis. Heel waiting at the top of the key. Swings it in over to Prince in the corner. Prince back over to Louis. 20 seconds now remaining on the clock in the third period. Bulldogs up 26-23. The high pick set. Blair goes from the right elbow. No good. Rebound, and they're going to call over the back on not Wagner, but Heel. Heel picking up foul number 4. 5 seconds remaining in the third period. Bulldogs up 26-23. The inbound and the jumper is no good. Prince with the defense. And that is going to take us to the end of the third period. Bulldogs on a low-scoring event, leading by the score of 26-23. We're going to pause simply for the calls. We had to change our operating mode here in this second half, so we'll just have a little silence, and maybe Trent Watson will sing for you or something like that. Oh, man, I want to remind you that the Bulldogs will be back in action on January the 8th. January the 8th, the Lady Bulldogs will be at home. I don't have the schedule right before me. Yeah, they'll be home this coming Friday. We'll be here to give you. We made it real simple. We're doing all home broadcasts. Yeah, so it'll be male, female, and we'll get the text of the scores from the other ones where they're going on, so we can try to save the old man some mileage from time to time. Oh, Lord, I'm getting up in age. That's all right, though. My dad used to tell me, you keep waking up, son, and you never know what'll happen. So I've been waking up long enough as we get ready to start. Long as I'm on top of the ground ain't on top of me. 26-23 is our score, 8 minutes left. Bulldogs holding on to a 3-point lead. Start this fourth period off. Nix gets it across over to Taylor. Swings it over to the far side. Oh, the back door. The rebound picked up by the Bulldogs. Louis getting it across on the floor now is Scranton, Terrence Scranton. Xavier Louis, William Wagner, who gets it down to Scranton. Scranton turns around, shoots, misses the basket. The rebound, they're going to call jump ball, possession arrow pointing in favor of the Bulldogs. Scranton had a wide open shot, missed it, but fortunate enough he was able to be alert enough to get tied up. So Scranton will inbound for the Bulldogs. 7:26 remaining. Scranton gets the ball inbound to Wagner. As we mentioned, Wagner on the floor, Navahar, Eric Wright, and Xavier Louis. Bulldogs up by 3. Right down in the paint, off the glass, and gets the basket. Strong move by Eric Wright, number 32, to make it 28. 32-28 makes it 28-23. Bulldogs back on defense right now. Working, looking over in the far corner. Taylor at the top of the key. Working, getting it down to Dokes. Dokes pulls it back out, gets it back over to Taylor in the far corner. The jumper, and it's good for 3. That was good by Jamal Gray. First basket of the night, and it's a 3-pointer. Timeout taken on the floor. 30-second timeout on the floor. When we get back, it will be Cullen Johnson checking in for the Cougars. Bulldogs up 28-26 with 20 seconds left in this 30-second time. I want to remind you, you can check out the Mike Prince Show live Wednesday mornings from 8 to 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. We talk about everything under the sun that's legal. It's at Open Mic Broadcast Network. As you got the app, you can go check out our app, the Mike Prince Show app. You can get that app and never miss an episode. That's the Mike Prince Show, live each and every Wednesday morning from 8 to 9 a.m. right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Back to game action, 28-26 is the score. Bulldogs on top, trying to get their first win in district play. Wagner going to the left wing, pulls it back out, up top to Wagner. Wagner looks over to the far side to get it to Blair. 6:25 remaining. Bulldogs get it over. Blair in the far near corner gets it down right to Wagner. Wagner to Louis. And there's Corbin Vine from the right wing. The shot's no good, but Vine just ran right through the Cougar defender. They call that one on Vine. Corbin Vine picks up foul number 4. 6:14 now remaining. Bulldogs on top by 2, 28-26. Coming through, getting it across the timeline will be Luke Nix. Dokes at the top of the key, goes to the right wing, going back, being guarded by Hill. Kicks it back out to Taylor. Taylor back over to Nix. Very low-scoring contest tonight. So now, Blair coming out, forcing the move by the Cougars. Get it back up to the top to Johnson. Johnson being guarded by Wagner. 2-on-2. Johnson with the crossover. Shoots from the left wing. Gets his own rebound. Bounces. Goes off the glass. And a strong move for the basket for his 7th point on the night. And we're all tied 28-all. Blair coming in. Getting it across the timeline. All tied at 28. Louis gets it to Vine. Vine over to Blair in the near far corner. Going baseline. Kicks it out. And there was a foul, blocking foul call against the Cougars, Nix. And that's number 4 on Nix. So coming in for Nix will be Zach Hawkins. Inbounding will be Corbin Vine for the Bulldogs. He gets it to Louis. Louis lost the ball, and here come the Cougars. Missing an easy layup was Gray, and here comes Blair off the glass. Corbin trying to tip it in, couldn't get it. Still going, and there's Louis with the save from the right wing, and it's good. I'm sorry, Wagner. I said Louis. I would get it eventually. 30-28 is our score. Bulldogs, 30-second timeout with 4:43 remaining in the contest. Bulldogs up 30-28. So right now the Bulldogs trying to hold on with 4 minutes and 43 seconds remaining here in the contest. So far tonight, leading scorer would be Cullen Johnson. He has 7 points. 6 points by Darius Taylor. 5 points by Donald Dokes. No, 4 points by Dokes. 3 points by Moorhofer. 4 points by Taylor. For the Bulldogs, we have Mr. Noah Blair with 8 points. So coming in, Bulldogs on the defense right now. Getting it across. Going is Johnson. Johnson get that, and they're going to call a foul against Wagner. So that is 4 on Wagner. And 1 more, he'll be done for the night. So the inbound by Johnson. Gets it across over in the corner is Hawkins. He misses the 3-pointer. Rebound by Blair with 4:20. Bulldogs coming back. Penetrating through is Blair. Gets it over to Hill. Hill stops, kicks it back out to Vine. Vine back to Blair. Bulldogs trying to work it now. Looking for a shot with 4:05 remaining. Bounce it over to Wagner. Wagner pulls it over to Vine. Vine kicks, penetrates, shoots. The basket, no good. Hill with the rebound and the basket. Charlie Hill with his 4th point, 32-28. Bulldogs on top. Coming back now, going, penetrating is Johnson. He's going to be harassed. They're going to call that one on Blair, I believe. We'll find out. Oh, they called on Wagner. He called it on Wagner. Okay, Wagner has just fouled out. Wagner has just fouled out. So Wagner has fouled out. Wagner's night will be finished with a total of 8 points. Good night for Wagner. Still waiting to see who he's going to put in. He gets up to 30 seconds before he can put a player in, and he likes to exercise that right. So now you have Kelsey that will be coming in. Zach Kelsey. Zach Kelsey coming in for Wagner, who has fouled out. So the inbound in now for the Cougars. Gray gets it outside to Taylor. Taylor at the top. Taking her time now with 3:28 remaining. Bulldogs up by 4, 32-28. Working it. Going, still looking past Johnson. Good pass. And the back door is good by Taylor. 32-30. Yes, Taylor with the basket. 32-10 is the score with 3 minutes and 3 seconds remaining in the contest. Bulldogs on top. Hill gets it over to Xavier Louis. Louis back over. There's turnaround by Hill. No good. The rebound picked up by the Cougars. Coming across now will be Cullen Johnson. Penetrates, hits it out. The three-pointer, no good by the Cougars. Jamal Gray missing the three. Bulldogs coming up with the rebound. Blair gets it across the timeline with 2:35 remaining here in the fourth period. Fourth period. Bulldogs up by 2, 32-30. Wagner looking. Fine gets it over. Wagner is on the bench. There's Louis on the floor. Penetrating baseline. It's Blair, kicks it over to Louis. Gets it to Vine. Timeout taken by Coach Claiborne, and he is hot. 2 minutes and 13 seconds. 30-second timeout by Coach Claiborne and the Bulldogs, up 32-30. Will Wagner has fouled out here. He had a total of 8 points. Right now you have 8 points by Noah Blair, 2 points by Corbin Vine, 1 point by Malik Banks, 6 points by Xavier Louis, 4 points by Charlie Hill, 1 point by Ray Simon, and 2 points by Eric Wright. Right now what we have is Corbin Vine has 4 fouls. Charlie Hill has 4 fouls. 2 fouls on Eric Wright and 1 foul on Xavier Louis. For the Cougars, Luke Nix has 4 fouls, 3 fouls on Cullen Johnson, 1 on Gray, 1 on Zach Hawkins, 1 on Moorhofer, and 2 on Taylor. So the Bulldogs now working with 2:05 remaining in the contest. Vine gets it over to Blair. Blair, that ball is tapped away, saved by Louis, has almost had a major turnover here in the critical moments. Gets it over to Zachary Kelsey, misses the shot, and it's the rebound picked up by Dokes and the Cougars with 1:43 remaining in the contest. Gets it to Johnson. Johnson at the left wing, kicks it over to jumper. Is good for 3 by Jamal Gray. His second bucket, both of them threes, to give the Cougars a 1-point lead with 33-32. And that ball was just thrown away by Blair with 1:25, an unforced turnover. So with 1:25 remaining, Bulldogs with a costly turnover will get ready to get on the defensive side, trailing by 1, 33-32. The ball is inbound. Getting it across will be Nix. Nix being guarded by Blair. Blair causes Nix to go. He gets it to Johnson. Johnson now being guarded by Vine. Goes, penetrates, and gets the basket. Thus, Cullen Johnson to give the Cougars a 3-point lead, 35-32, with 52 seconds remaining here in the contest. Charlie Hill for three, no good. Rebound picked up by Nix. And the Cougars have the ball with 3-point lead. And now the foul. Johnson is fouled by Vine, and Vine is just fouled out. Vine fouls out with 2 points on the night. Vine is done. So now Terrence Stratton will come in. Vine is done for the night with 2 points. The inbound for the Cougars, getting it in, and there's going to be a foul by Blair. That's going to send the Cougars. That was a 17 foul, I believe. That's going to put him at the 1-and-1 bonus. So Blair picks up his first foul. He picks up his first foul. Navajo will get ready to come in. Navajo will come in for Kelsey. 38 seconds remaining in the contest. Bulldogs trailing 35-32. At the line, shooting the bonus will be Luke Hicks. He's 1 for 2 from the line. He misses that one, and the rebound is picked up by Louis. Louis swings it over to Charlie Hill. Hill dribbles behind his back, cross penetrates, shoots from the left elbow, no good. Rebound picked up by the Cougars. And now the Bulldogs are going to have to force the issue. And there's another foul by Blair. Blair picking up foul number 2. And that is going to call Cullen Johnson to go to the line to shoot the 1-and-1. Johnson's 1 for 2 from the line tonight. Johnson has a total of 9 points. 21.48 seconds remaining. Johnson shot in and out. Rebound picked up by Hill. Hill pushes it across to Navajo. Navajo looking. Gets it over to the top. Blair from the top of the key. No good. Air ball, and the ball goes out of bounds. 11.25 seconds remaining. Bulldogs trailing by 3. The long pass inbound and going up and getting the basket will be Darius Taylor. Gets it Louis for 3. It's good. Makes it 35-37. This contest is over. Bulldogs losing a heartbreaker, low-scoring contest. Final score ends up being 37-35. Bulldogs fall short. They go to 0-2 in district play. Meanwhile, the Cougars go to 2-0 in district play. Leading score, well, we'll just call out the scores for tonight. 6 points for Jamal Gray. You had a total of 7 points for Cullen Johnson. It was 4, 6, 8, 10 points for the Darius Taylor. And we had 1 point for Luke Nix, 4 points for Dokes, 3 for Moorhofer, and 4 for Tyler Taylor. For the Bulldogs, Wagner with 8. You had Vine with 2, 8 points by Blair, 1 point by Banks, 9 points by Louis. You had a total of 4 points by Charlie Hill, 1 point by Ray Simon, 2 points by Eric Wright. Bulldogs take this one on the chin, losing. The final score was 37-35. Bulldogs led the entire game. They left had the lead at the first period 10-6, at half 19-17. At the end of the third period, 26-23, but at the last man standing, they fall short 37-35 to the Tomball Cougars. That is going to do it for us here tonight from Waller ISD Gymnasium here on the campus of Waller, where the Bulldogs dropped to 0-2 in district play, losing by the score of 37-32. This is Dr. Michael France saying God bless. Good night. Remember to join us tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Central Standard Time for the Mike Prince Show from 8 to 9 a.m. Until next week, God bless, or till Friday when we come back here where the Lady Bulldogs will be in action at 7 o'clock, tip-off time, and we'll be there to give you the live coverage. This is Mike Prince signing off for now. God bless. We'll see you on the other side. Good night.